everyone, you got your nice new Tesla, super high tech, but you got no more buttons, okay? You've got no more buttons. It's all on a screen, and you're sitting here going, man, I just kind of want some buttons. How do I deal with all this stuff? Well, guess what? Test Studio sent this over. We've got our buttons back. We've got a little dial here for fan. We can change temperature here. We can program these buttons to do all kinds of things. Not everything, but all kinds of things that the Tesla hid behind different screens and menus. So we're going to check this whole thing out, take a look at it a little bit closer, show you how to install it, show you how to program it. Then I'm going to give you my review, my thoughts. I'll tell you what I like, tell you what I don't like. It's never perfect. What do I think? Is it any good? Please like and subscribe. And always remember my discount code, TeslaMark. It will save you the most amount of money, and it works in all the best places. So they called it like the F5 Cyber button. I think this is version 3. I had at least one other prior version. This is better. This is better for sure. All right, this is looking pretty sharp. Here we've got fan speed, temperature, and then settings. So fan speed, I like this because what I have been doing recently, actually for a while now, is for some reason I'm never seem to be happy with putting this on auto. I used to, something changed in the software, and when I put it on auto, it just doesn't work. Sometimes the windows start fogging up, sometimes, and it won't clear it up. Sometimes the temperature just gets a little wacky. I just all of a sudden it just wasn't really working well. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with it. I went to manual mode. If I need the windows defrosted, if I need them defogged, whatever, I just do it. If I want a little bit more temperature, a little bit more fan, I just do it. I'm just kind of done with, oh, also, when you go to change fan speed, you know, here, it's right here to change temperature. But if you want to change fan speed, you got to go here, and then you got to like up and down these things. And you know what? It's okay, but a lot of times, you know, you're driving, you can't really see these buttons. And if you wait too long, the screen just shuts down right away. So now you can just reach over and crank it up or turn it down. However, as with all of these, whatever you have, whether it's a different screen in the back, any aftermarket product that reads information from your computer and then even tries to, you know, change settings, like this one's trying to change the fan speed, it doesn't register here. Like, you watch, we're not on 3, you know, whatever, we're on like, you know, 6 or 7 at this point. Now watch what happens if I change it here. See, it jumps this down to 2. So while this one is writing to the computer and it is changing it, it won't update the UI. I don't know why, but all of the aftermarket products are like that. You see how it comes back down like that? It drives me crazy. So that is the good and bad. I love being able to now just reach over and control the fan speed. And also, though, it's not like, you can see, it's not like super responsive. Like, there's maybe a half a second, quarter second delay in there, but it's really, it's not that's not critical, not that big of a deal. But yeah, you could see it's not like, not ultra responsive. But this is still way better for me than doing this and then trying to find these little buttons that are faded. Okay, next, if we pop this, we get temperature. Now if you watch, same thing. And now this is a bit of a bummer, because sure, you might know that this is 70 right here, and you'll get to know that. So you click this down a few, but you don't really know where it's at. And then when you go to switch this, like, this jumps up to 71. So it has that same issue. You don't really know where it's at. So honestly, the temperature setting, I'm probably not going to ever mess with that, just because also it's right here. It's very simple for me to see this. It's kind of always there. This is not very useful for me. All right, one thing that it took me a while to notice, no glove box button. Why no glove box button? We really need a glove box button, because that is kind of the biggest complaint that I had, that a number of people had. You know, to get to the glove box, you got to go here and glove box. We could just have a button, but they don't seem to have it. Anyway, work on that, work on that. All right, when we program these buttons, we need to be in the settings area here, and hold this button down for 3 seconds, and now it starts showing you your different options. Oh, okay, these are side view mirrors, fan speed, hazards. These are the doors, seats, forward, back. These are turn signals, battery heating. Battery, I'm not sure exactly. I think this might open up the charge ports. I think those are lights, front, hatch, sport mode, and then, yeah, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and back to the mirrors. Okay, so what I want to set that first one to is, let me show you how to do this. I'm going to set it to battery heating. So I hit that, and then this should be programmed. So now to see that it works, though, you have to hold this down and kind of get out of that mode. Otherwise, the buttons really don't work. So let's see. You probably couldn't hear that, but I can hear that the battery is actually preheating. The pumps and everything turn on, and if you listen closely to your car, once you hear it, it's easy to kind of hear and spot, but I guess, believe me, it's working. Probably wasn't the best one to show. Here, this one here, I want to have it for the door, for the right door. Okay, there it is. All right. Now, oh, passenger door open. Sweet. Let me do this one. I want that to be the rear passenger door. Ah, nice. Before I forget what I did, let's put these little stickers too. They're plastic, but it's like a hard plastic. It just sticks on there. FYI, sport mode doesn't work. I tried to program a button for sport mode and it doesn't work. That's a bummer. I don't know if it's because I have the Performance Model 3. If you want to see what you can program to, just look in the booklet here. It's pretty nice. It goes through here what is, you know, the fan speed mode, temperature, and the button customization mode. And then here, how to program the buttons. They give you a lot of these extra sticker things. Some of these, I don't know why they are kind of like slipping and falling off. They stick on here like okay, and they stick on here so far really well. I know that because I tried to take a couple off and move them around, and they came off, but yeah, they were really stuck on there. Okay, so what I decided to do, and who knows, this could change, and that's the beauty of this thing. If you don't like the way you program the buttons, you just reprogram them. It's not a big deal. I'm going to try to move my turn signals here. You know, it's not going to be difficult to feel these first two buttons here, to just kind of feel for them. I won't need to look, could use my right hand, and you know, they seem to work pretty well. Like these are like responsive. Honestly, and again, I hate these buttons, and I did make them worse. I've got these overlays on them. It makes it a little harder. The buttons are recessed more. But even without these overlays before, these buttons are, not only do you have to like press them in, they are like capacitive. So your finger could be kind of resting a little bit over here, and then you go to use the button, and it won't work because it locks it out. Anyway, I really hate these buttons. Maybe I'll like this better. It seems kind of goofy to have them here, but I'm going to try it out. We'll see. And again, if I don't like it, whatever, I'll just change it. The rest of the buttons, I decided to put the battery preheat here. If you followed any of my old performance videos on, you know, how to get more performance out of your Tesla, you'll know what this is for. Mirrors. This will retract your mirrors or unretract them. That's kind of cool. Honestly, I don't really use it all that often at all, but I got it now. This is cool because this hits both of the dome lights. You could see how it got a little bit brighter there. That's kind of neat because with just like one click here, instead of clicking here and here, oh, it also turned the ones on in the back. So that's kind of nice. Oh, also battery preheat. Let me go back to that. You click it on, you see that little icon there? I forgot, I didn't notice that at first. All right, this moves the front seat forward and back. So this is forward, stop it, back, stop it. And sometimes, I played with these buttons a few times, because, you know, gotta play with it. Like there. See how it did that? It's not like, it's not 100%. It's like maybe 80, 90%. Could be a little bit of delay. It could kind of bounce like it did before, but anyway, it's pretty good, pretty good. And then these are the doors. This is the driver's side rear door, passenger, and then the passenger door. So let's see what happens. I am going to live with this for a little bit and then put the video out with any updates that I have, but so far so good. I'm kind of liking this. It's not huge. It kind of matches, you know, the gloss matches with the screen here. This is definitely better than the V2. I had the V2, maybe even V1, I don't remember. That one did not work well either. Tons of the things just wouldn't program for my car for whatever reason, and it just felt a lot more cheap. And I don't think it had this little dial on there either. It just wasn't as nice, that is for sure. This is definitely a step up. So if you like buttons, if you want to have programmable buttons and touchy-feely rotors and everything, this is it. This is your product. All right, I keep starting the installs without doing some of this unboxing. I don't know what's gotten into me, but let's go through this now. I'm actually in the car doing the install. Here we have the wiring harness, and this is the actual control module wiring harness. And we will show where all of this plugs in, but it'll actually plug in over here. Again, we'll get to this. This is the install. This is the passenger side footwell. We've got a power cable for the buttons here. Oh, look at this. All the little letters that we can put on, all the little letters and symbols that we can put on the buttons since they are programmable. These are falling down, but I think you get the idea. All right, USB-C to USB-A. All right, nice little pry tool as usual. All right, and here are the buttons. All right, here we have the buttons, and they have a nice feel to them. I gotta say, there was a previous version of these buttons, and yeah, they didn't feel nearly this good. Nice little grippy action there. Knob feels pretty good. Pretty good. Not like super good, but good. It's definitely good. I don't know if you can kind of get a feel for that. It doesn't feel cheap. There's a little USB-C here for the power. We'll figure out where we're going to run this wire and everything. Just these stick right on here. So once you program the buttons, you can pop the little labels. You can put the little labels on there. Okay, so I've got a tilt screen. I've got some other accessories on the back of my screen. So we'll see if this fits. I hope it does. All right, pretty nice. We'll see. I can't wait to get this sucker installed. And I think you can tell. I can't wait. I've already started installing this thing. So let's keep going. The install really is not that bad. To get into the footwell is not bad. Maybe running this cable and hiding it might be the trickiest part of the install. But yeah, we'll find out. All right, I've got a number of accessories already here, so try not to get too confused. I unplugged an accessory I had here. If you have no accessories, this will be empty, and you just plug this in here, and then it has a pass-through because you have other accessories. You can just plug those in there and continue the daisy chain. Then you will also need to plug the power in. This looks like that's a fuse. And depending on which model you have, again, I've got accessories here, but this is typically called the power port. One of these is for the Model Y, Juniper, and the other is for the Model 3. And this one looks like it fits here. So again, pass through. So I'll plug whatever I had in there. Plug it into, to this guy. And then this is just gonna kind of hang loose. So we're gonna run this USB-C cable, plug it in here. It's gonna run up through here, slide it through there, and then kind of wiggle it up through there and get to the back of the screen where the buttons will be. First, however, I would like to plug all this in here just to test it. So before I put anything back, this big bowl of spaghetti at this point, I'm gonna plug this in here, already plugged in, and plugged it to the back of here, or yeah, to the back of the buttons. And now I'm gonna get my car powered up. Oh, all right. Things are kind of powered up here. Ooh, hear that? The fan's going. Oh, all right. Right off the bat, I like this. Yeah, we should really just finish the install now, and before I get too carried away. Now, the only thing different between the install video that they provide and this with the I don't know if this is version 2, whatever, the older kit, and this kit is that you've got this extra USB-C cable, which is basically a power cable. From everything that I can tell. And there are two ways to run this. One is like a really cheap, quick method. The only thing different here too is I've got this swivel screen on there, which honestly I highly recommend. I'll put a link to the swivel screen below, but highly recommend swivel screens. They are fantastic. This is a different product, don't worry about that. This can be zip tied up here, and you could then leave a little slack there and then start tucking it in here. Now, a really clean way to do this, which I might end up doing, is you can go from, once you pull this panel off again, there's a number of holes in here, and you can run a fish line all the way through and get behind here. Take this panel off, and it could get right through here. You can then run the cable just like up here and you wouldn't see it at all. So those are the two different methods. This one's super quick and simple, easy. Not the cleanest, not bad. Some people get really anal about where their cables are and having everything super neat. Other people just really don't care at all. There are two different brackets in this kit, and this one seemed to be just a little bit smaller than the other one that I put on there. What I ended up doing was in this area here, with this clipped in the front, I had a hard time clipping both of these down. This is like the hinge side and it clips down on the other side. So what I did was I didn't have it clipped in here, clip this down up here, and then kind of pulled this forward until this came above here, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. That was kind of the easiest way to get that in tight. But yeah, this one here was just kind of too small, and this one was just like a real little bit bigger. It worked on my car. I don't know which car you would use this for, and this one, and which ones you'd use for the other one. I think it's just a matter of trying it. So anyway, that's that.